All right, guys, welcome back. This is Loose Tales LT, and we are getting ready, man. I'm so excited about this. I am so excited about playing Dune. I love the movies. Actually, funny, really quick, funny story. When Dune 2 came out, I was actually in Europe. I was actually in Denmark, and for anyone who knows Denmark, their movie theaters are all actually original language movie theaters. So Dune was playing. It came out, Dune 2. It came out and it was in English, and we were so excited. So we went to watch it. But you know how much of that movie is actually subtitled because they're speaking their Fremen language? I don't know what it's called. And then they have the subtitles. So even though like the speaking parts, the English parts, speaking parts were in English, all of the subtitles when they switched into their native language, all of those subtitles were in Danish. So like every time they started speaking in their native language, we had to hold up our phones with Google. Like there's a Google Translate. There's an option with a camera where it translates what the camera sees. So we had our phones up, like probably three-fourths of the movie. And I'm pretty sure there's some people in the theater that thought we were bootlegging Dune 2 on our phones, but we were not. We were just trying to translate the language so we could understand half of the movie, right? Because half of the movie was subtitles in Flamen or Fremen or whatever. But anyway, the state that Ark is in since the Unreal Engine 5.5 update has been a little bit frustrating, and to be honest, we play on PlayStation 5 and we haven't even been able to get on PlayStation 5 for about a week after the update. And a lot of the mods that we're using on our server are still broken, so I don't want to go on to that server until we know all the mods work so that we don't lose stuff, if that makes any sense. But anyway, it doesn't matter because we're playing Dune right now and we're so excited about that. Ahead of time, I really apologize if some of my control work is scuffed at the beginning because I'm getting used to a new game, I'm getting used to a new controller, I'm getting used to everything new. So yeah, with that said, Ark is not done. We are going to continue. I actually have about 15 videos that I just need to edit and put up, maybe 20, from our Extinction series, from our AB series, and from our Astraeus series. So we're still going to put all of those up, and when RAG hits, who knows when that will be, we're going to put that up as well. But in the meantime, we're going to be playing Dune because I am just super hyped about this. We're so excited. I've watched some videos on it. It looks like an amazing game. I've played a little bit of it just to get used to the controller so I wasn't a complete noob. So with that said, let's jump into this. So we are going to join this server right here, Calypso. I have a buddy on here who is already playing. I think he's already like level 16. He's been grinding pretty hard, loving the game too. So we're going to join here. All right.
Approach, prisoner.
Oh man, I'm approaching. All right, I'm going to show you some of this. We're going to go through the tutorial probably pretty quickly because like I said, I've been through the tutorial once already. There are a couple things I want to revisit in the tutorial just so I can make sure I'm a little bit better. I already kind of have an idea of what kind of character I want to be. So we're getting into character development right away. I'll be honest, I want to be a girl, not for any reason except, you know how in Ark, being the smallest girl character possible is perfect for PvP because it's the smallest hitbox, right? In other games like Conan, and which they also created, by the way, Conan Exiles, and like DayZ and some of these other games, being a woman didn't make any difference at all. But I know endgame here and even throughout the game when you're fighting NPCs like I don't know if hitboxes matter, so I'm going to be a girl just because I don't know, but I am definitely not going to be that girl. She is a little bit too scary for my blood. All right, we're going to pick this girl. Voice, I think the further, just basic, I think the further left you go, the the deeper and more manly the voice gets. So really it's only the first two that are girl voices. Height, again, let's make you kind of small just in case it matters. I'm not one of those people who wants to like make their character look ridiculous. I'll lower neck just and I'm also not one of those people that wants to have like humongous, you know, chests. Unless I was a boy, then I would make myself look like stinking He-Man, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. All right. Anyway, face types. I I don't know. Not really feeling that one or that one or that one. No, it's all right. Maybe the one she starts with. I don't know. Either edge. Yeah, this is okay. I don't want her to be 1, but I don't want her to be 100 either. Give her a little bit of head details. You know, you can go in and you can change most of this. I don't feel like I need to change most of or any of this. She's pretty good right now. Maybe eye color. I do like green and I do have green eyes, so that kind of works. Now we're just splitting hairs. This is how dark should be. The sclera tint, I have no idea. Oh, that's with the eyes. That's the white part of the eye. We will not worry about eye details. I think those are pretty okay. And I like her nose. Like again, I don't feel like I need to change too much in that hairstyle. Now there we go. I wasn't a big fan of the other hairstyle. That one's kind of cool. That one is very cool. She looks kind of like, I don't know, I gotta decide between that one. No. That one. Or that one. I mean, I feel like if you're living stranded in a desert, none of these are going to be what your hair looks like. Definitely not that. I think if I was stranded in a desert, well, it would kind of look like that, right? That's kind of cool too. It would probably look like that. So we'll go ahead with that one. Back. Hair color, I mean, I'm okay with that. Like, maybe a little bit darker is cool, but yeah. Eyebrow styles, her eyebrows are great. Beard, can make her a bearded lady. How am I looking? Ooh, yeah. There we go. I could be in a rock band right now. An 80s rock band. This would be perfect for an 80s rock band. Or, let's go. Do we want any kind of facial toggle attire? Do we want facial tattoos? Now her hair kind of covers that up. That's kind of cool. That's very cool. Yes. That's what we're going to go with. Whoops. I mean, that's cool too, but nah, I don't know. Oh, come on, stop that. I like that a little bit more. Do we want to give her a neck tattoo? now you can't really see it. Anyway, we're going back to that. All right. So, body tattoos. I like that. Like, I don't know. That kind of matches, right? That kind of matches pretty good. I think we're going with that. Tattoo age. I guess we can make him a little bit older, not younger. Again, you know, we're in a desert. We're going to be in the sun a lot. That works. I don't need a head scar. Makeup, we are fine. Lipstick, I don't even know what you're talking about, guys. You're stranded in a desert. You're not going to have lipstick on. Finish it. Yes. All right. Character creation. So, in memory of my wife, to be honest, I call my wife Jay. So, Jaybird and I want something that kind of is Dune-esque, Arrakis-esque. So Latin for Jaybird is Gaius, which I think is pretty stinking cool. So let's go with, I think that's a pretty cool name. Guy, not two U's, just one, with Gaius. Name. We have played through this before, but we don't want to skip it because we're just going to talk about some things. As far as unlocking and locking, if you've played through it before, hit unlock. That's fine. I'm going to go locked just because, you know, first time experience. Accept this character? Yes. Here we go. Guys, I'm excited.
Have they told you what I am?
I do know what you are. You witchetty witch. Witchetty witch
Then
witch.
I will sift your words for lies.
Let's begin.
Where were you born?
I am going to say I was born on the Atreides.
A world of water. Home
Place.
world of the Atreides.
Yes, ma'am.
The order of the Imperium is rooted in the Farfreluches. A place for every man, and every man in his place. Where is your place?
So I don't want to be part of the elite. That's not me. But I also don't want to be poverty level. That's not me either. So I'm going to go ahead and be the bondsman.
There is always work to be done.
Always work to be
And
done.
millions
Like me. Oh, there is nobody like me,
You had
bro.
a mentor in your youth, trained
All right.
by one of the schools.
First big decision you
Who
have to
was
make
your
in this
mentor?
game is this one. What are you going to be? Which class? So if you've watched Nooblitz, he did a beginning tips and tricks video on this game, and he made a really good point. The swordsman and Bene Gesserit are kind of, they go well together, and then Mentat and Trooper go well together. Everyone will tell you, you don't want to pick Trooper first because Trooper, you get to learn really, really early. You find the trainer in the beginning area, in really the first main trading hub that you go to. You find him, you complete his mission. We'll get that done within the first 3 episodes, and then we'll be a Trooper. So we'll be able to do that. So don't pick Trooper. But he was saying that the Mentate goes well with the Trooper. So I think I'm going to do that. The Bene Gesserit seems pretty cool. I like being able to tell people. But the men, you know what to do. I'm kidding. But the Mentate actually has one of the skill tree things is that it has a strong will, so it can block the Bene Gesserit. So then they can't tell them once you've learned that on the skill tree. You can't. Swordsman's pretty cool because of that knee charge. But the swordsman you can unlock pretty early too. So it's really between these two. If you're trying to be strategic about this, it's really between the Bene Gesserit and the Mentate. And because I'm going to be Trooper, then let's go Mentate
You
with
must have
it.
been very young. The mind must be prepared, or the training does
I
not
like
take.
to think I'm very young.
The
That's
test
true.
is almost complete.
I have
Come
spoken the
here.
truth. This is the last chance.
Put your hand in the box.
No turning back now, folks.
I hold at your neck the Gom Jabbar, the high-handed enemy. Don't pull away or you will die. Great plots are afoot in the Imperium, and the currents of intrigue run deeply. Arrakis is the key, and the Fremen...
The Fremen.
The Fremen are missing.
They're missing.
You will go to Arrakis as our agent, prisoner. You have one task. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper.
The Fremen.
Everything depends on this. Do you understand?
Let's get our mouse out of the middle. Do I understand? I don't know. Yes. She's really thinking about it.
Good. You speak truth. But here
Yes, I
is
do.
the rest of it. There is only one rule. Keep your hand in the box and live. Withdraw it and die. An animal would gnaw off its own hand to escape the pain. And we can only be served by humans.
To be
Find the
honest,
Fremen. Wake the
that statement right there is a pretty
You will know
pretty
when
deep
it's
statement
done.
on what separates humans from animals. A pretty deep statement. Very interesting. But anyway. Alright, we're in our ship. We're on our way down to Arrakis as slaves. So cool. That was it. Wait, who's this that runs on the sand? I don't know why I just said that. I'm tired, guys. It's kind of late, actually. And I'm dead. That's the game. It was a lot of fun, guys. We'll see you in Ragnarok. Yeah, okay. Just joking. I survived. Spoiler alert, I survive. And I go on to find a Fremen.
You're wrong. It's just an awful lot. No, not the Al-Shaheed Ahadi. No, Arista said it was just a dream. I agree, but she is almost Sayadina.
Sayadina. I don't know, but apparently I'm almost Sayadina. I have no idea what a Sayadina is, but I'm almost one of those, so. I've got some very weirdly shaped arms. What is going on with my elbows? I'm glad I put a tattoo on my other elbow. I mean, it's amazing what the game developers can do these days. I mean, this is crazy. All right, so first tip. I spent a little bit of time looking around when I played this the first time, when I played through the tutorial the first time, getting stuck on rocks and whatnot. And you're supposed to pick up a backpack. None of them have it. Spoiler alert, follow the bat. There's the backpack. So don't waste time looking at everything else. Just get moving. Get on with it. Why not? Now, you have an option to craft. I am not going to talk about like which controller buttons to use because, yeah, I mean, it's all up on the screen and most of you are probably not using a controller anyway. You're probably on a keyboard, which I probably will be in a little while too. Flowers, first thing you'll learn, hydration. Flowers will hydrate you up to 1/3. To get higher than that, you have to find other things. If you're fully hydrated, you won't be able to drink from the flowers. It'll just tell you that. But all right, keep moving. The only other thing I'll say is, like any survival game, you want to always be harvesting. Collect everything. Oh, they don't want me to go up there until I have crafted a bandage. I am actually going to craft all 5 bandages because I die a lot. Let's just be real. Alright, so if I view my radial wheel here, nice in the first slot, bandages in the second. I'm probably going to actually go into my inventory and you can see that radial wheel right here. I think I'm going to move that to over there. Oh, they want me to actually heal myself a little bit. There you go. I might heal myself a little bit more. Alright. Bada bing, bada boom. Now you're going to be able to continue through. You're going to learn how to climb. Always, always, always be gathering. I am not thirsty again yet, so I'm just going to keep climbing. It runs really smooth, I gotta say. It's obviously, there are some walls that are going to be a little bit janky to climb up. You know, that's just how computer games are. I think nature of the beast. But yeah, it's pretty smooth so far. So we're looking good. Are you ready? Kind of want to stay in this cave. No, I don't. We're heading out. There's that bat. You're welcome, bat.
So then,
And you start thinking about it. Are the Fremen vampires? They drink blood.
now you will know a thing.
They
that
call it
few
water,
little
but they're friends with
friends.
bats.
For many, the last thing they saw before they were slaughtered.
Alright, this is going to be a treat. I think that would be a pretty cool shaped base. I don't know, maybe my end base is going to look something like that. Shield up.
Let us speak of our escape. Twin comets in the sky, a rebirth from fire and death, and a Sardaukar net closing around us. Your survival heralds interesting times, off-worlder.
Alright, let's
There's a way through the barricade.
Escape.
If you do as I... We're gonna need
Tell
one
me
of their
what to do.
ornithopters. Their
need
protocol is to
that
remain aloft and kill
ornithopter.
anything that moves from above.
So how do we get one down then?
That's where you come in. If you can slip back onto the Proteus and locate the command module, you can activate the captain's personal emergency transmitter. He's a noble. They're not allowed to let him die. Leave the rest to me.
Enter the ship, find the captain, activate the transmitter. Anything else? I mean, I think I know the answer to this one. They're all dead. I think I know the answer to this one. No.
Yeah. Take this CommuniNet transceiver. It's essential for
I don't know. The
planetary
first time I
communication.
saw that transmitter,
Now go.
I was like,
Be
really?
quick.
Like,
Another
everything in
storm is
this
upon
map,
us.
or everything in this game is so cool. And then that transmitter, like, I mean, just beautiful graphics and...
Stick to the shadows, Offworlder.
Stick to the
The heat of the
shadows,
sun is
Offworlder.
deadly to the unprepared.
Surprised I can't drink yet. But yeah, everything is like, you know, top of the line graphics, looks really good, really pretty. And then they hand you this transmitter. And it looks like, honestly, it looks like they were doing the project. And at the last second, they're like, oh shoot, we need a transmitter for this section.
The guards have sealed themselves inside. Search the prisoners for a cut array. And Offworlder, be careful.
Alright, I'm guessing the one that's beeping is the only one that we can loot, so we'll loot him. We'll get
The
our
cut array is
array.
primarily a mining tool, Offworlder. You'll need it for harvesting resources. Using it to cut open ships is an added benefit.
Trying to figure out why you want me to.
The captain's room is blocked by a pentashield. You'll need a pentashield key to pass through. See if there's another way forward.
We're just gonna keep moving here. There's a person, so
Ready
this
your
is where we
weapons,
start to
Offworlder.
learn our
The
combat
guards won't
stuff.
hesitate. Neither should you.
Light attack. Just chop, 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 chop. By the way, I screwed up right there. We're gonna learn how to parry
Parry
here,
your
but
opponents just as their strikes will hit you. This should stagger them, giving you a window of opportunity.
whenever they dodge out of the way like that, be ready. They'll probably attack again. And when they do that charge attack where they come in straight, you just kind of have to zip out of the way. You can't, by the way, there's nothing back there. Yeah, you just have to zip out of the way. You're going to learn how to zip right here. Direction breaker. So you have to be able to directionally snap out of staggers. And yeah, it's the same as dodging. So it works for dodging too. The combat in this game is pretty straightforward, pretty basic. To be honest, it's not like Elder's Ring where there's like lots of rolling and skill-based combat. It's not even like DayZ where you can like peek around a corner if you have a gun or something. It's just shoot and move, shoot and move. But it is pretty nuanced because you have like these dash moves that you can use pretty effectively. You do run out of stamina. You have some shield stuff. So probably the most important thing in combat is knowing how to parry, keeping your stamina good, and then knowing how to deal with shields. So this guy has a
swift attack can
shield.
force your enemy off balance, but only a slow blade penetrates a shield.
So, come on, buddy. I want to parry him. So if I can get a parry in, stagger him, and then hold, turns it into a heavy attack. That's what I need to really practice. Is that whole parry or hold. Like, obviously in an actual fight, I would dealt with that much faster. I'm just practicing right now, and that was one of the things I really needed to practice. So
That's the
glad
pentashield
I
key.
did it.
Once you equip it, you can pass through the shield.
Pick that up.
Get to the captain
Doors
and
go
activate
green.
that transmitter. I'll be there soon.
All right, buddy. Transmitter activated. Wonder how those soldiers feel. A slave girl just kicked their butts. Who's laughing now? Can't wait to fly one of those. I think those were probably the coolest machines in the Dune movies. Loved them. I loved the building, like the styles of buildings that they had. I loved the, these things. Ornithopters is what they're called, I think. I thought those were really, really cool.
I hear I'm a wanted man.
Oi! Woodland scum!
Woodland scum.
Man tukta lasto breath ada hung unvalo arsu.
Yeah, so these were the parts where I was holding up my phone so I could
I know.
translate those
That's
from
why I
Danish
brought you
into
here.
English. It was rather funny, I'm sure, to watch. Good move.
Stitch.
That's pretty gory. Conan was super gory, not gonna lie. I don't know if any of you played Conan Exiles. I really liked that game.
Ornithopter will have the codes to get us through the barrier.
It was gory.
Ever fly an ornithopter? You'd see
Kill
what
someone, they usually ended up
My
in
leg
3
is bad and
pieces.
I won't be able to work the pedals.
I mean, all of this is cutscene. So, like, the first time I flew one of these in my first tutorial, I thought I was actually supposed to fly. You know, I'd actually paid attention to the controls before I jumped in the game, so I kind of knew how to take off, what to do. I thought I was actually supposed to be flying this thing, but no. I was not. I crashed very quickly, no matter what I tried. And then I
There's
realized...
too many. Turn us into the storm. They won't follow.
It was a good move.
We're going down!
Don't pass up on the buggy. I know everybody wants the ornithopter as fast as
Get
possible.
up, Welder. I couldn't
I've
wait
got to
for you.
move.
But now you need to run. The sandworm is coming. Run.
No, don't want to be around when the sandworm comes. Made it.
Made it, Off-Worlder. Catch your breath. When the Thopter went down, the storm took us far off course. My leg is bad. I need to lay low and treat it before it gets worse. But fear not, Off-Worlder. Noctua can cover the ground between us with little effort. She will be my eye in the sky so I can continue to offer my sage advice and keep you on this side of the grave.
Thank you,
Figure out
buddy.
how to craft yourself some clothing. That Mauler outfit won't cut it out here.
So the first thing that the first journey, and when you're going through, especially this early game kind of stuff, just follow the journey. Man, how fast do things respawn? That's wild. Like, I understand there's a bunch of people on these servers and you need to make sure they all have resources, but that responded fast. Anyway, in this game, go through it. You know, like, they tell you what to do next. First journey, get equipped, right? So your journeys are up here. We're right here. First journey, we're getting equipped, right? So the first thing we've got to do is learn clothes. So we're going to go ahead and learn clothes. The second thing we got to do is craft clothes. So I went ahead and crafted clothes. I think I'm still okay with that. Inventory, we want to put our clothes on. And I mean, this is just crafted out of fiber. It's still only 16 armor,
The War
but
of Assassins has left debris scattered all over this sector.
better than 2.
Salvage metal from the wreckage with your cutter ray and use it to make a Mauler pistol and darts. Don't let the Imperial disdain for ranged weapons lead you astray. Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands, and that is to your advantage.
All right. Thank you. How is your leg doing? Been meaning to ask. All right, so when you first log in, especially if it's daytime, you see the anvil. You want to kind of start heading toward the anvil. Tip number 1. Tip number 2, try not to cross too much sand because you will get eaten by a worm, a giant worm. Doesn't sound like any fun at all. The next tip, check these houses because this is a beginning area, and like they tell you, the experts who've actually played this game, they've all said the same thing. Don't spend too much time worrying about your first base because at some point pretty early, once you've basically beaten this level, you're going to have to move bases. You're going to have to abandon and move bases to the second area anyway once you've beaten this area. So, before I go in there, I want to get a gun. We need to research a pistol. I hope I have enough scrap metal. I've been collecting a bunch of rock, but I don't know if I've been collecting enough scrap metal. So first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and research it. Confirm that and craft it. And we can make 14 darts. So I've crafted enough darts. The next thing that they want me to do is to make a respawn beacon. But I think I'm going to wait until we get kind of close to the area that we want to be before I do that. And the area we want to be is up here. This might be stupid. Come on, 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 made it. Get underground, get some, or in the shade at least. Get hydrated. Yep, drew limit, blah, blah, blah. You want to be collecting as many of those power cells as possible too. That's so cool.
Who's that?
Your mom? me a second to load. Oh, come on. Shoot better. Salvage, salvage, salvage. Always be salvaging. Like, I don't know. I might have spawned further west than normal. A little bit turned around right now. Not gonna lie to you guys. And I feel like I'm not going in the right direction right now. But it's getting nighttime, so that's actually perfect. Because I can like wander with a little bit more forgiveness. But here's an example of a house, little house, that you don't want to necessarily pass up because there might be something good in it. But this one, obviously you can't. It's still active and being used. But yeah, to be honest, like I missed the whole line. I was so impressed with myself. I'm like, look at how straight that line is. And yeah, I had missed the whole thing. I am very lost right now because that is not what I want to be heading for. So I actually am going 100% the wrong direction. But that gives me a chance to use...
Reveal yourself. Found them.
that thing. Haha. There you go. So this is one of the special abilities. It's just like a portable turret. What do you guys think? We should try it again? I think we should try it again. I don't know about you guys, but this guy looks like he wants a piece of this. Come here, buddy. Think you're tough? You're no match for my portable cannon. Jeez, that hit him from a long ways away too.
There's someone here.
Yes, there is. And just like that, I'm gone. We have made it. We were way we were way over here. Like when I saw this little red area right here, I started to think this is not normal. I had never actually been way over there before, and I don't know what I put down here. Apparently a checkpoint. All right. So my checkpoint moved from here. But yeah, usually the one time I spawned before, I spawned here, and I just ran straight up, and I found it on this big group of rocks. That's what thought I was looking at here. That's why I ran this direction, because I spawned over here this time. So apparently anywhere down here you can spawn. And you need to head basically west of the wreck of Alcyone, I think that's how you say it. You need to head kind of west of that, and you'll find a huge group of rocks, and the ones that aren't uncovered yet right over here are the rocks you need to be at. That's the trader right there. But what I think I'm gonna do, instead of being too close to the trader, what I was thinking about is somewhere in here. Because if you look on the map, this is training ground, I think, or testing ground 2. So we're going to need to be here. That is where we get all of our early, what do you call them, commissions. It's also where we get, or contracts, I'm sorry. It's also where we get to know the gunner class. We have to do a mission for the guy, and then he accepts us as one of his students, and then we unlock the tree, blah, blah, blah. So I think here, because I mean, we've got good groups right around here of salvage camps that we can go in and eventually suck their blood. Before I do any of that, I need to do the next one. Respawn point. We've got to do that. So let's go ahead and research respawn point. It's right here. We're going to go ahead and research that. Then we're going to go ahead and craft one of those. I was an idiot the first time I played through this, and I crafted like 7 of those, and then they're going to want you to place it, which I'm going to want to do too, because to be honest, I had a hard time finding this place. I don't want to have to do that
used
again.
to be Fremen territory.
There we
But the
go.
War of Assassins and the Sardaukar pogrom put an end to that. Now the sector is crawling with scavengers, fighting over the scraps of Imperium technology left in the wake of this so-called noble war. But that's to your advantage, Offworlder. Allow them to do the hard work of gathering the salvage, and then take it from them. Don't hesitate to kill them all. They would do the same to you.
All right, so we've done that. Now we need binoculars. That's the next thing, and it's kind of nice because I have a camp right there, salvage camp right there. So he just set it up for us perfectly. Research the binoculars. There they are. And now we need to craft, obviously, one of them. It will automatically get put, if there's an open slot, it'll automatically get put on it. Let's go ahead and look at this. Let's go ahead and place a marker. And there you go. We have scouted a camp with our binoculars. Awesome. Next, kills and skills. Next journey, kills and skills. So I think the first thing I need to do is go into my skills and learn something. And I think I'm going to learn this. I don't think I know. I am going to learn this. It automatically gets put down here. And one of the things that you guys will see on your skills tree is they're either going to be a diamond shaped, or they're going to be a, let's see if there are any in here. There is one, hexagon shaped, or they're going to be circular. Circular are all passive traits. So like I have ranged circular. Actually, I think that's the next one I'm going to do is range. So we might as well learn that while we're at it. And then that gives me the option to learn pistol, which I do want to do. I could also learn poison capsule, but at this point in time, the circles are passive traits. The hexagons and the triangles go down in your abilities and techniques. So hexagons go hexagon, diamonds go in diamonds. Ta-da! Pretty straightforward. Circles are passive. I don't have any hexagons unlocked, and my third triangle ability or diamond ability is also not unlocked. Sorry, I do have the hexagons unlocked, but I don't want to add this yet because I'm not good enough yet. Let's just be real. So I'm going to add this one. This one I feel like it's going to do me the most good early. So my pistol is going to do more damage now. Eventually I will add marksman and put them right in here. We'll add a bunch of these other ones. We need to go to the scavenger camp and we need to kill the people in this camp. So there's either one, I mean, usually it's one or two. I think just gonna put that up. Yeah, that's right. And then I'm gonna put that up because now if they come close, they're going to die.
It's obvious you've had some training, off-worlder.
Yeah, not enough.
Nothing can truly prepare you for what the desert has in store. Hone your skills and harden yourself to the violence you must do to survive. Remember, Arrakis will sharpen you or kill you.
Yeah, it almost killed me right there. Holy crap. Look at how close I was to death. No! Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, I appreciated hanging out with you guys. I hope you're as excited about this game as me, because I am really excited about this game. And I'm really excited about getting into it. Part of me really hopes Ragnarok is delayed on ASA so I can play this a little bit longer, free of distractions. But we're going to try to grind some stuff out here over the next couple days, over the next week, at least until Ragnarok drops. And then we'll see how we're doing, what we're doing, and we might do those together. We might just keep on with this one. We might stop this one for a little while and just do that one. We'll see. I don't know. All I know is I'm excited about this the next couple days, the next week, and we're gonna have a lot of fun on Dune and the planet of Arrakis. So thanks a lot for hanging out. If at any point in time you enjoyed this episode, guys, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like, hit the subscribe. I only need 478 more subscribers before I can actually monetize this channel and make a little bit of money back for the time and effort. So I really appreciate it if you guys help me get there. And I'm learning as I go, so if you have any comments, please leave them. Lots of ways that I know I can improve, so I would love to hear about them. And we'll see you tomorrow on Arrakis. All right.